Very good morning. You're watching the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor and these are the headlines. Amid reports of Indians missing after mosque shootings in New Zealand, High Commission issues their helpline numbers. Main suspect, Brenton Tarrant, produced in court. Prime Minister Modi joins world leaders in condemning the attack that killed 49 people. BJP's Central Election Committee likely to release their first list of candidates for first phase of polling. Congress releases third list of 18 candidates. Left Front also announces list of 25 candidates. High-level team of Election Commission to visit West Bengal to assess poll preparedness. Election Commission deploys the 7 companies of Central Paramilitary Forces in the state. Panwani folk singer Tejan Bai to receive a Padma Vibhushan today. President Ramnath Kovind to confer Padma Awards on prominent personalities at Rashtrapati Bhavan. India to host a FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in 2020. India to gain a direct qualification as the host. Second FIFA tournament in India after Under-17 Men's World Cup in 2017. The top story this morning, 9 people from India or of Indian origin have gone missing after twin shootings at 2 mosques in Christchurch yesterday. High Commissioner Sanjeev Kohli tweeted, as per updates received from multiple sources, there are 9 missing persons of Indian nationality or origin. The official confirmation is still awaited, he said. He said that it is a huge crime against humanity. Our prayers with their families. The Indian High Commission has also tweeted offering helpline numbers to any Indian needing assistance. And Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj also tweeted, we strongly condemn the dastardly terrorist attacks at the places of worship in Christchurch. Our heartfelt condolences to those who lost their loved ones. Our thoughts and prayers are with the affected families, adding that in this moment of grief, India stands in solidarity with the people and government of New Zealand. She also tweeted the helpline numbers. The gunman struck during the Friday prayers, barging into the mosques and shooting at will. The carnage also continued outside where passers-by were targeted. 49 people died and around 20 were injured in the attacks. Now, the shooting is being treated as terrorism. The motive racial, the police said after preliminary inquiries. Now, one of the 3 persons arrested, an Australian in his late 20s, is considered the shooter. He appeared in the court today on a single murder charge, and further charges are expected to be made against him. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has called it one of the darkest days for peaceful nation. The flags would fly at half-mast on the government buildings in the city until further notice. And security remains tight across Christchurch. All the mosques in New Zealand have been closed. And as news of the terrorist atrocities in Christchurch spread, political leaders around the world expressed their sorrow, shock and anger at what the country's Prime Minister called one of New Zealand's darkest days. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday expressed deep shock and sadness over the death of scores of people in the heinous terrorist attack in New Zealand, while stressing India's strong condemnation of terrorism and all those who support such acts of violence. In a letter to Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, Prime Minister Modi also underscored India's solidarity with the people of her country at this difficult time. Donald Trump also expressed his warmest sympathy and best wishes to the people of New Zealand after the horrible massacre in the mosques. The US President tweeted that innocent people have so senselessly died and added that the US stands by New Zealand for anything we can do. God bless all. The British Prime Minister also called the assault, which killed at least 49 people, a horrifying terrorist attack. Australia's Prime Minister Scott Morrison ordered the flags to be flown at half-mast in the aftermath of the attack. The main suspect in the mosque shootings is an Australian. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres reiterated the urgency of working better together globally to counter Islamophobia and eliminate intolerance and violent extremism in all its forms. The French President Emmanuel Macron also offered his solidarity, and one of the most high-profile leaders in the Muslim world, Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, also offered sympathies and pointed out that the attacks had occurred in a climate of increasing Islamophobia. And our colleague Akhilesh Sumar is now joining us on the phone line for more details. Akhilesh, we understand that at least 9 people from India or people of Indian origin are at the moment missing as far as the shootings in New Zealand are concerned. And the Indian High Commission has also issued helpline numbers. What more details can you give us?
Yeah, you know that we are in touch with Indian High Commission there. And what I have got from that, out of 9 missing Indians, 2 are injured. And 2 are actually not Indian citizens at this moment. They are of Indian origin, but they are now New Zealand citizens. So in a way that 5 are still missing, 2 injured have been identified and they are in hospital. And one belongs to Hyderabad and another belongs to Ahmedabad. So in that way, our High Commission is at it, and when we asked for further details, they told that it is a sensitive matter. So we, at this moment, we will not share the details, but they said that they are in touch with the families concerned, and families have been apprised of their health and all conditions. So in a way that Indian High Commission is taking care of it, and we from here in Ministry of External Affairs also found out that the helplines are working. We also tried the helpline from our officers, from our numbers, and it's working. High Commission officials are, addressing the grievances and whatever inquiries are there.
Right.
So in that way, India is at it, Aishwarya.
All right. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for all those updates there. And now let's get to all the news on the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. The BJP is likely to release its first list of candidates for the Lok Sabha polls today, when its Central Election Committee is scheduled to meet. The list will have the names of most of the candidates for the first phase of polling, which will be held on 11th of April in 91 seats. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Party President Amit Shah and other top BJP leaders will attend the Central Election Committee meeting. Union Ministers Satyapal Singh, V.K. Singh, Mahesh Sharma, Giriraj Singh and Kiran Rijiju are among those whose constituencies will go to polls in the first phase. The election for 543 parliamentary seats will be held in 7 phases till 19th of May, and the counting of votes will be taken up on 23rd of May. Meanwhile, the Congress party on Friday released its third list of 18 candidates for the Lok Sabha elections, fielding former Meghalaya Chief Minister Mukul Sangma from the Tura parliamentary constituency. Out of 18 candidates declared, 8 are from Telangana, 5 are from Assam, 2 from Meghalaya and 1 each from Nagaland, Sikkim and Uttar Pradesh. Sangma, presently the leader of opposition in the Meghalaya Assembly, will take on former Union Minister Agatha Sangma, who will be contesting the general elections from the ruling National People's Party. Sitting members Gaurav Gogoi and Sushmita Dev have been re-nominated from the Kaliobor and the Silchar Lok Sabha seats in Assam, respectively. Swarup Das will be fielded from Assam's Karimganj seat. Senior SC leader PL Punya's son, Tanuj Punya, has also been nominated. He will be contesting from the Barabanki SC seat in Uttar Pradesh. Meanwhile, the CPIM-led Left Front also announced its first list of candidates for 25 seats in West Bengal for the upcoming Lok Sabha polls on Friday, leaving 17 constituencies for the Congress party. The list has 4 women and 5 Muslim candidates. The Left Front has nominated former Kolkata mayor and CPIM leader Vikas Ranjan Bhattacharya from the Jadavpur Lok Sabha constituency. He will be pitted against TMC's Mimi Chakrabarti, a popular film actress. And for the first time, the Left Front has opted for a seat-sharing deal with the Congress party for the Lok Sabha polls in the state. In a press statement, West Bengal Left Front Chairman Biman Bose said that 25 Lok Sabha seats included Raiganj and Murshidabad, for which the candidates were declared earlier. And the Election Commission held a meeting of Multi-Departmental Committee on Election Intelligence on Friday. CEC Sunil Arora said that conducting clean elections is one of the biggest challenges given the prevalent abuse of money power, particularly when it manifests in the inducement of voters. In order to curb this menace, the Election Commission has issued detailed guidelines to monitor election expenditure incurred by the candidates and political parties. The CEC said that individually and collectively, the agencies participating in the meeting are the bulwarks of clean elections. The outcome of the synergized action should exceed the commitments made, he said. The issues discussed at the meeting included ways of curbing the covert expenditure by candidates and political parties, also the sensitization of law enforcement agencies about their role during the elections, cooperation and sharing of intelligence of economic offences amongst the law enforcement agencies for effective action, preparation of a roadmap for action during the elections, and mapping of constituencies by concerned agencies to check the transportation of smuggled goods, drugs and fake currency. And a high-level team of Election Commission led by Deputy Election Commissioner Sudeep Jain will be in West Bengal to assess poll preparedness today. The move comes after a BJP delegation consisting of Nirmala Sitharaman, Ravi Shankar Prasad and JP Nadda had urged the Election Commission to declare West Bengal a super-sensitive state. The Election Commission on Friday deployed 7 companies of Central Paramilitary Forces in as many districts of West Bengal ahead of the 7-phase Lok Sabha elections beginning 11th of April. Now, 3 more companies will also move in by late this evening for their deployment in South 24 Parganas district and Kolkata. Additional Chief Electoral Officer Sanjay Basu has informed this. The 7 companies have been deployed in the districts of North Dinajpur, Malda, Murshidabad, Birbhum, East Midnapur, West Midnapur and North 24 Parganas. Meanwhile, in yet another blow to the Congress party, former Congress MP MParvind Sharma has now joined the BJP. Sharma joined the BJP on Friday in the presence of Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar and Party General Secretary in charge of the state Anil Jain. This just a day after senior Congress leader Tom Wadakkan joined the BJP. Now, Arvind Sharma hailed the Modi government, saying that all sections, especially the poor of the society, have progressed under his leadership. Sharma is likely to be fielded from Karnal in Haryana, a constituency that he had represented in the Lok Sabha twice.
पहले सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक पर, अब एयर स्ट्राइक हुई, इसके ऊपर आप सवाल उठाते हैं, आप किस तरह की बातें करते हैं। इन सारी सोचों को देख करके, इन सारी बातों को देख करके मैंने निर्णय किया। मैं पीछे प्रधानमंत्री जी से भी मिला था, नमस्कार हुआ था, मिला था, और परसों अध्यक्ष जी से भी, आदरणीय परम आदरणीय अमित शाह जी से भी मेरी मुलाकात हुई। और मैंने डॉक्टर अनिल जैन जी और खट्टर साहब से तो मैं मिलता ही रहता हूं। तो मुझे पूरा, मैंने अपने खूब अच्छे तरीके से, जींद का जब उपचुनाव हुआ तब भी हम इकट्ठे हमने काम किया। मैंने खूब अपने दिल से, अपनी आत्मा की आवाज से मैं आज बीजेपी की सदस्यता ग्रहण कर रहा हूं।
The Bharatiya Janata Party and the Apna Dal have sealed an alliance in Uttar Pradesh for the upcoming Lok Sabha polls. The two parties have also come to a seat-sharing agreement. The Apna Dal will contest 2 seats in Uttar Pradesh, with the party chief Anupriya Patel contesting from Mirzapur. The second seat is yet to be decided by both the parties. The BJP and Apna Dal announced the alliance after BJP chief Amit Shah and Union Minister JP Nadda met Apna leader and Union Minister Anupriya Patel. Announcing the alliance on Twitter, BJP chief Amit Shah said that the BJP and Apna Dal will fight the Lok Sabha elections in Uttar Pradesh together. All right, let's get to some other news now. In a strong show of support to India, France has decided to impose financial sanctions on Pakistan-based terrorist MasoodAzhar. In a statement, France said that it has decided to sanction MasoodAzhar at the national level by freezing his assets and stands by India's side in the fight against terrorism. The announcement comes only days after a resolution to designate MasoodAzhar as a global terrorist was blocked by China at the United Nations Security Council meet. The French government has also said that it will work with its European partners for inclusion of the Jaish-e-Mohammed chief on the EU list of entities and persons involved in terrorist attacks. The External Affairs Ministry has welcomed the decision taken by France. Meanwhile, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj on Friday dismissed the opposition's allegation that a China blocking bid to name MasoodAzhar as a global terrorist was a diplomatic disaster of the government. In a series of tweets, Sushma Swaraj said that while in 2009, India under UPA rule was the only country which wanted the Jaish-e-Mohammed, the chief, to be blacklisted, in 2019, the nation has worldwide support. She asserted that India had secured unprecedented support from the international community for listing the Jaish-e-Mohammed, the terrorist, under the United Nations Sanctions Committee. Sushma Swaraj's remarks came a day after Congress President Rahul Gandhi targeted Prime Minister Narendra Modi over the issue, alleging that the PM was weak in dealing with diplomatic issues. And a day after 6 people lost their lives and several others got injured in a bridge collapse in Mumbai, 2 civil engineers were suspended on Friday. Mumbai Municipal Commissioner Ajay Mehta ordered a probe against the suspended engineers and also a departmental inquiry against 2 retired chief engineers of the BMC. The BMC also released its preliminary report on Friday, in which it stated that the structure built that was done 6 months ago was conducted irresponsibly and negligently, and also that the audit failed to point out the impending failure. The structural auditor had proposed minor repair to the footover bridge. And earlier in the day, Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis visited the injured at the St. George Hospital. He also visited the site of the mishap and announced a compensation for the victims.
जो जानकारी मुझे कमिश्नर ने दी है उसमें इसको स्ट्रक्चरल ऑडिट में फिट पाया गया और कुछ माइनर रिपेयर्स कहे गए थे। उसके बावजूद अगर ये पुल गिरता है और इतनी भीषण दुर्घटना होती है तो कहीं ना कहीं ये स्ट्रक्चरल ऑडिट के ऊपर भी एक प्रश्न चिन्ह निर्माण होता है और इसकी भी जांच की जाएगी। स्ट्रक्चरल ऑडिट अगर गलत किया गया है, उसका रिपोर्ट अगर ठीक नहीं आया है, उसमें अगर कोताही बरती गई है तो निश्चित रूप से ये एक सदोष मनुष्यवध का ऑफेंस भी इसमें दाखिल किया जाएगा।
In Breakfast News, we'll take a very short break. News and updates on the other side continue as well.
One of the greatest exponents of Carnatic music, MS Subbulakshmi or MS to her fans. An icon even to a younger generation brought up on fusion and rock music. MS is the first musician ever to be awarded the Bharat Ratna, also the first Indian musician to receive the Raymond Magsaysay Award. As India's cultural ambassador, she also performed at the UN General Assembly in 1966. Former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru once said of MS, "Who am I, a mere Prime Minister, before a queen of music?"
Welcome back after the break. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has said that terrorism is a major threat to world peace. The Vice President addressed a gathering at an interactive meet of farmers and scientists organized by Swarna Bharat Trust in Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh. And in his speech, the Vice President appealed to the world community to be united for terrorism to come to an end. He also expressed his disappointment over the recent decision of China to block the proposal to declare MasoodAzhar as a global terrorist at the United Nations Security Council.
Today, terrorism is posing a major threat to peace and development all over the world. It's an enemy of mankind. It has no religion. It should be fought together. The entire world must come together to speak in one voice, identify forces of terror, isolate them, name them, shame them, and stop any sort of aid to those countries. That is the need of the hour. MasoodAzhar, as a terrorist, how much time we are taking? And unfortunately, the other day, our neighboring country, China, has upheld its veto, saying that they need some more time to study. What is there to study? It is a known fact. United Nations, you know the attack on America, attack on Indian Parliament, attack on Mumbai, 26/11, attack now in the Pulwama. These are all acts of terror. They are in black and white. Nobody need to have any doubt about it. But unfortunately, the world community is not able to come together even to identify one man who is responsible, who is already declared as a terrorist. India is a peace lover. We have a past great history. We had 27% of the world GDP for India. We were called as Vishwaguru, but we never attacked any country any time. That is the greatness of this land.
Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh on Friday presented award of Change Maker of the Year to the GST Council. The award was received by Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. Speaking at a Hindu Business Lines award event, Singh urged business enterprises to necessarily adopt the mantra of change, even as he exuded confidence over the ability of young business leaders in India to cope with the challenges of change. He also gave away the awards at a ceremony attended by over 200 guests. The awards were given in 5 categories: social transformation, digital transformation, young change maker, iconic change maker, and change maker of the year. The event was also attended by Commerce Minister Suresh Prabhu. And President Ramnath Kovind will confer Padma Awards on prominent personalities at a ceremony today in Rashtrapati Bhavan. First, female Pandwani folk singer Tejan Bai will receive Padma Vibhushan. In the first ceremony on 11th of March, awards were conferred on 47 personalities. This year, 112 personalities were selected for the Padma Awards, which were announced on the eve of Republic Day. Renowned journalist Kuldeep Nair was also awarded Padma Bhushan posthumously. All the sporting action now. International Football Federation announced on Friday that India will host the Under-17 Women's World Cup in 2020. Now, this will be the second FIFA tournament that India will be hosting after the Under-17 Men's World Cup in 2017. The bidding process for the tournament started last year. France had also expressed interest to host the tournament. And as a host country, India automatically qualifies for the 16-team showpiece event. The 6 continental qualifying tournaments are yet to begin. Besides the Under-17 Women's World Cup, India had also expressed interest in hosting the Under-20 Women's World Cup. France and Spain are the only non-Asian teams to have won the tournament. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Breakfast News. Thanks for watching.